your psychiatrist? Does he beat around the bush? What's he prescribing you? Lexapro, Xanax, it barely lets you function, but you can at least manage a dose to dull the panic. But now you never smile. The kids can't get you to play, so they feel like they're on trial.
What's up, everybody? I'm Skulls, and today we're listening to Die Ear Von Satan, I think it's pronounced. And then we are going into Push It. I've seen a lot of people in my comments say that Push It was a real big highlight on the album, so I'm excited, especially since it's a longer track. But before we get started, I really wanted to address Hooker with a Penis. It's growing on me. The more I listen to it, the more I like it. The energy on that song feels unlike anything on the album, and it really does remind me more of Undertow Maynard, which if you've been following, you know I love me some Angry Maynard. But not just that, it's the work of the band. And with some of these videos, I'm more focusing on the narrative because I write my own songs. I enjoy lyricism, and the deeper the narrative is, the more I like it. So most of my brain power is going towards that. Especially for this album, the narrative is a lot more complex than Undertow. But I'm getting more out of the band on my repeated listens. And I mean, Danny killed that song. I know I always compliment Danny, but Danny's just Danny. He's unmatched in my book. But yeah, I just wanted to address that song as well because I listened to Hooker with a Penis and Jimmy very close to each other, so I feel like I didn't have much of an analysis in my Jimmy reaction video. But as for Jimmy's really grown on me. It was a very complicated song to understand lyrically. Very vague and very specific. It wasn't this song that could be applied to many things. There's not like an abstract nature to it like the other songs, or at least I didn't get that impression from it. This song felt very specifically written about Maynard's childhood and his relationship with his mom and what happened to his mom. And I like how there's this crossing narrative between like H is about him supposedly having his son, but it's more importantly about accepting the things within him and not rejecting himself any longer. And then 46 and 2 goes into this Carl Jung philosophy about integrating your shadow, which is a very appropriate follow-up song to what H was about. H was about acceptance, 46 and 2 was about evolving through that acceptance. Now, Hooker with a Penis didn't really feel too contextual there, but maybe I have to listen to it more, I'm not sure. But then Jimmy kind of felt like maybe his evolution through having his kid made him more compassionate towards his mother, and that's why he wanted to go back home and reconnect with her. There's definitely a reason why all these songs are ordered in the way they're ordered, and it's fun to try to figure out the thought process behind it. But one of the cool things about Jimmy is when he says like, calling me ho, 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 like the way he sings that, it kind of reminds me of a siren song. And if you're unfamiliar with the siren, it's a Greek mythological creature that would lure boats to the rocky shores with their beautiful voices, with their singing voices. In overall, Jimmy, there's a real dread to the song. It's like he knows he has to go home and confront this, and he knows it'll probably end up bad and he'll end up crashing his ship, but he knows deep down that he has to do it. And like I said in the reaction itself, it felt like this sort of lighthouse, like his 11-year-old self was kind of guiding him to shore. I'm really not sure that there's evidence of any sort of metaphorical lighthouse in the song, but it's just the vibe I got. But alright guys, you know the drill. I'm gonna listen to this song first, and then I'm probably going to just let it roll right in to Push It, unless there's lyrics or something that I need to dissect or something along those lines. We'll see what happens. But anyways, if you're new here, consider hitting the like button, the subscribe button, the notification bell. Helps the channel grow, helps the video reach more people, and I appreciate it a lot. All right, let's hop into this. Those are some weird sounds.
große Spitze türkisches Haschisch, ein halbes Pfund Butter, ein Teelöffel Vanillenzucker, ein halbes Pfund Mehl, 150 Gramm gemahlene Nüsse, ein wenig extra Staubzucker und keine Eier.
In eine Schüssel geben, Butter einrühren, gemahlene Nüsse zugeben und den Teig.
Yeah, sorry, I was trying to hear what he had to say, but I was like, he's not speaking English. And looks like I was right. Don't know why I'm surprised. The title of the song is not in English, so that's a dumb on my end.
Schüssel geben, Butter einrühren, gemahlene Nüsse zugeben und den Teig verkneten. Augenball große Stücke vom Teig formen, im Staubzucker wälzen und sagt die Zauberwörter Simsalabim Bamba, Saladu Saladimb. Auf ein gefettetes Backblech legen und bei 200 Grad für 15 Minuten backen. Und keine Eier!
Bei 200 Grad 15 Minuten backen. Und keine Eier.
Alright, so this song feels like a troll. I'm reading the lyrics and it's just recipe on how to make what are called eggs of Satan. I don't know why he's trolling people like this, but it's kind of funny. If I didn't read the lyrics or know the translation, I would have thought it was some sort of Nazi thing with the crowd going and the aggression in his voice. I feel like I'm probably missing some context. Maybe at the time it came out, maybe there was something going on in Maynard's life. I mean, it was kind of like Message the Hairy Man back. I just didn't understand what that was supposed to be about. But then you guys explained it to me in the comments. So I think I need your help again. Sounding like Disgustipated again. And so did the last one. Oh my god.
What is this but my reflection? Who am I to judge or strike you down?
Just sonically, this might be one of my favorites. It's just got such a great beat, even though I can't really figure out what the time signature is. It feels more like the accent is just weird because it's so easy to get into the groove, but something's throwing me off. All right, so the lyrics. I saw the gap again today while you were begging me to stay. Take care not to make me enter. If I do, we both may disappear. I mean, when he says, I saw the gap today, that's pretty ominous. The lyrics continue. I know that I will choke until I swallow. Choke this infant here before me. What is this but my reflection? Who am I to judge or strike you down? Okay, so since we're coming off of Jimmy, I'm kind of thinking of Maynard's mother, but then he says, choke this infant here before me. And maybe that's the point. Maybe it's all about the past the present and the future all combining and conflating. And also just a really telling line compared to Undertow and the evolution of this album. He says, "Who am I to judge or strike you down?" Undertow was all about judgment. It was all about judging himself. It was all about judging potentially someone else. Maybe it was the same thing. I mean, we tend to project how we think of ourselves or what we think of ourselves onto others and treat people the way we treat ourselves. So it could all just be one thing. But I like that, as other songs insinuated, we're seeing him let go of his ego in a sense of anger, superiority, and he's just more in this zone of acceptance. In the choruses, "But you're pushing and shoving me. You still love me, but you didn't need to push it on me. You still love me, but you didn't need to push it on me." So I'm getting this vibe so far that this song is about maybe he was smothered as a kid. Maybe his parents had a different plan for Maynard. Maybe that's why he said, "I saw the gap today." Like there's a rift between us and we're not on the same page. And he was saying, "You're pushing and shoving me," which is a means of force. And he also said, "Take care not to make me enter. If I do, we may both disappear." It's almost like he's saying that if I stay and I don't leave, you and me are on such different wavelengths and have different philosophies or whatever that we both may get in the way of each other's true nature. Also, since Jimmy is about coming home, maybe he is talking about his kid. And maybe he's expecting his mother or his father to use the same parental strategy on his kid. And I'm also thinking it might be about just abuse. It could be just a mental abuse, but it could also just be physical abuse. I mean, you can push someone around with your words, but you can also push and shove someone to the ground physically. Even though I haven't seen any evidence or seen Maynard say that he's been abused like that, if he was, this song seems to be like he's confronting his abuser. And it does sound like the abuser was in his family. And I know Maynard's a smart guy, so my question would be, why is he bringing his child around an abuser? And the best reason I would think was that his mother needs him. Maybe his abuser's with his mother. I don't know. But I'm not here to judge him. Life is complicated. I obviously don't know the dynamics of his life. So maybe you guys can help me with that in the comments. But until then, I'm just going to try to decipher the song and understand it, because that's what I'm here about. I'm not here to judge anyone.
Rest your trigger on my finger. Bang my head up on the fault line. Better take it not to make me enter.
Okay. All right. A little bit of bottom vibes here. I wonder when Henry Rollins is going to start talking. Danny's killing it with the different vibes. The bass, I'm loving the deviations of the bass. The guitar is extremely buzzy on this one, but overall just has a great feel, and with how many change-ups there's been so far, it's surprisingly easy to just feel it. All right, so the lyrics continue. Rest your trigger on my finger. Bang my head upon the fault line. You better take care not to make me enter, because if I do, we both may disappear. Yeah, so this is making me feel like he's confronting his abuser. And maybe what he's saying when he's saying, you better take care not to make me enter, maybe he's talking to his mother, because maybe his abuser is still in the house with her. And like he says, like, I saw the gap today. Maybe the gap is him, the abuser, the reason why he can't get to the other side to his mother. I'm literally picturing a gap, like in a canyon or something. And Maynard's on one side and his mother's on the other side, and he just can't get to her because this guy's keeping her from him. Also, what is this but my reflection? I mean, Undertow was literally Maynard abusing himself all that time. The only thing that's kind of in question for me is in the hook he says, but you didn't need to push it on me. I'm not sure what it is in this situation, and maybe as the song goes, it'll illuminate me to it. By the way, my eyebrow is twitching. Yeah. I'm slipping back into the gap again. I'm alive when you're touching me. Ooh. Alive when you're shoving me down, yeah. But I'd trade it all just for a little peace of mind. This more so feels like a song about his abuse. It doesn't feel as much about drugs, even though I think it could be, but I definitely feel like this is more about abuse. Ooh, and then the chorus says, push it on me, push it on me. You're pushing and shoveling. You're pushing and shoving and scrambling to keep my feet flat on the ground. So now it's like the opposite. It's like you didn't have to push it on me. It's like he was talking to his abuser, and now after he says, but I'd trade it all for a little peace of mind, he's saying, now push it on me. It's almost like he's looking at his mother to be his savior here, to keep his mind on the right track. This is a really, really good song so far. Tribal feel again. This is beautiful. sounds so good. That middle section where it was very calm and everything, it sort of felt like a rite of passage or something. Or like a shaman was guiding you through an experience, something very tribal, primitive, very spiritual, like a meditation. It was like Bottom in a way, but it had that more positive vibe about it, more self-assured. So the bridge lyrics were, I am somewhere I don't want to be. Push me somewhere I don't want to be. You put me somewhere I don't want to be. Seeing some place I don't want to see. Never want to see that place again. Saw the gap again today. While you were begging me to stay, managed to push myself away. And you as well, my dear. And if when I say I might fade like a sigh I stay, you minimize my movement anyway. I must persuade you another way. Oh, man. I'm getting this whole thing where it's like, he just can't leave without her this time. Maybe. I don't know the situation of what exactly happened with Maynard, but it just sounds like a really uncomfortable situation, and he doesn't want to leave her like that. I mean, if she was in a wheelchair, that's horrible. Let's go. Sorry, I read a little bit too far into the lyrics at that point, but it was kind of worth it because I felt like that payoff when he sang that high note. Oh my God. Chills everywhere. That song was freaking awesome. Try not to swear. Maynard's voice is freaking beautiful, dude. The way he hit that high note, oh my God. The reverb, everything, it just was excellent. And then like going from this beautiful thing to this aggression, realizing like it's like he integrated the shadow. He figured out a way to take that anger and use it for good, and that's what he's doing. He's like taking that energy. He's not falling back into his old habits, but he's taking that energy, channeling it, and he's using it to try and persuade his mother a different way. This one hit me very viscerally. Like I just felt it. Like I felt it. Let me finish up the lyrics. Pushing and shoving, pushing me. There's no love in fear. Yeah, I'm staring down the hole again. Hands around my back again. Survival is my only friend. Terrified of what may come. Remember, I'll always love you. As I claw your f***ing throat away. It will end no other way. Yeah, there is no love and fear. That's just Stockholm Syndrome. I'm staring down the hole again. When he says that, I'm either thinking of The Gap or he referenced a trigger finger before. It could be the barrel of a gun. Maybe he was threatened by this person with a gun. Terrified of what may come. Remember, I'll always love you. As I claw your fucking throat away. It will end no other way. Yeah, that whole section feels like that was directed at the abuser. This is quite the predicament if I'm right. He has to be around what created his old habits and created these deep wounds within him. It's kind of like a addict being around people who are doing drugs. It's easy to fall back into. It seems like he's doing this for the right reason. He's staying for the right reason. He's got his eye on the target. But those last lines, as I claw your effing throat away, it does make me a little concerned. There's that resentment for the abuser, and it's that instinct to want revenge on him in some kind of way. But the goal isn't vengeance. The goal is to get his mother out of there. Yeah, this one, I'm not going to cheat and look at what it's about. I actually feel somewhat confident about my analysis. We'll see how it evolves as I listen to it and everything. But that one was excellent, man. That was one of the best songs on the album for me. Hooker with a Penis and Jimmy were a little bit of a dip in quality, even though they're still excellent songs. They're not songs I skip when I'm listening to the album, but this one was like so good. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm pretty hyped up right now, so I'll probably do a couple more reactions. But yeah, let me know what you think the song's about. It's always interesting to read the different perspectives, and especially since some of you have grown up listening to Tool, there's context within the periods of life that I don't understand. It's just a lot to like actually research and find out. But anyways, guys, that's where I'm gonna end the video. I appreciate you stopping in and hanging out with me. If you haven't already, make sure you hit the like button, the subscribe button, the notification bell. Helps the channel grow, helps the video reach more people, and I appreciate it a lot. And wherever you are, hope you're having a good day, good night, and as always, I look forward to the next one. Peace.
Someone to risk it for